Hey everybody, my name is Flubisher and welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa Trick Happy Havoc. In the last episode I got super confused, I still am. So apparently what we're trying to say is that Junko, who got stabbed in the beginning by several spears, is actually not Junko but Mukuro. And that means that Junko is still alive? What? I thought it would be like, yeah, Junko's body was used as Mukuro's body, but apparently that's not it. I think we should just press on, honestly.
From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
We'd already met her? I had like a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
But why?
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
Yes, exactly.
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did,
That's also true.
it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Well, you did manage to explain it pretty good, so it's not that foreign
Then why
actually.
haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
So he still refused to admit it, but he can try to deceive us all he wants, it doesn't matter, because I've already figured it out. So, the first time was during our latest investigation. Right. Hold on, let's see. I am not entirely sure on this one. But I guess the only thing he gave us is the Monokuma file.
Shoot!
During our latest investigation, when did he... Well, he didn't provide a profile. Hold on, what? Right, please check. This is not true, that is not true. Monokuma control room. This is where Mark needs it. Not really anything that damning. The staff on it according to the headmaster's report, Makuro did not have a single scar. Well, he didn't say that towards us, It has nothing to do with them. Also has nothing to do with them. No. No. The picture? In all of the pictures, Junko's face was hidden.
Shoot!
Oh. What?
Is this really the end for...
But that is something
I refuse
important.
to give up yet.
Like I pointed out in Byakuya's picture that her face was being splashed. And in that picture,
Two of
her
them,
face is covered.
they had switched right?
Alright, let's just skip through all of this. Right. Alright, just skip, come on. So what is the evidence that Monokuma presented to us? Alright, just keep...
What's wrong?
I think he's just a...
Because it's a bunch
Alright, let's
of
see.
nonsense.
Then why did you try and...
I tried to protect. When did I?
Yeah, when did you do that? Protect her identity. Try to hide it. When did he try to hide it? The profile then?
Shoot!
Fuck me. Alright, it's not a foul. That has nothing to do with anything. No, no. Maybe? That has nothing to do with it, alright? No, no. Oh, this has to do with Yasuhiro. And this has to do with Kyoko. Oof. No, oh my god, I'm just... Oh, what is it? What is it? No, not the pocketbook. The fatal injury? No. The DVD? No. What? Yes, I'll give it another shot. Oh god, I have to. I have to hit it all again, don't I? Oh, for alright. Alright, what's the secret here? Alright, nothing special. The interview DVD? What?
While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
Oh, right, because they would have said the names.
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke.
No, it wasn't a fluke. The Mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. And it's not the only time they try to hide Junko's identity. Alright, another piece of... Oh, no, not... Alright. Another rhythm game. I don't think my score is going to be great on this one.
What? What do you want? What do you want? Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up. That's impossible.
Right, these ones are actually surprisingly not that bad.
That's impossible.
Yes, the group photo. That's exactly what I said though. I mean, I guess it was the wrong
The video
context.
wasn't the only
Fine,
thing you tried to
fine.
cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo. Uh-oh. I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
The unusual circumstance comes to all these pictures. Yeah, here I have splashbacks coming here. Back turned, behind Taka. Wait, do I have to say? I have to say Junko's face, right? Right.
Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face. It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko. Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew. Xanadu!
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game.
Holy shit. So my character that I loved wasn't Junko, but Mukuro. But why would she fake this? What is the motivation behind all of this?
Mastermind and the ultimate despair. Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the Mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on! Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything, right now!
Oh, closing argument? Okay. Sure. Oh, it's so different seeing everyone here. Alright, let's see. Identity of the ultimate fashionista. Guess that had to be this one. Stabbed, then Mukuro died there. Where did Mastermind keep Mukuro's body? Well, that would be in the fridge. So I guess it's this one. What was it? You got attacked with a knife. The person who stopped them was Ryoko. Flood the room. Is that this one then? No. Okay, that's putting the mask on someone else. Hold on, let me look at this one again. This might be running away. Here we can see Kyoko entering. Alright. Putting the mask on. What's her face? Mukuro. Condition of the dead body. Alright. And that happened. Yep, there she goes. And that
The
should
killer
be
is
it.
you! We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusawa. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the Mastermind, Junko, and Oshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school. So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder, and the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma. The real Junko Enoshima!
Oh snap.
That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over? Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Oh, hello.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
That's a voice?
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world.
This is not the first time we see her actually in a class trial, because like, well, the faker couldn't be in a class trial.
We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Yeah, it sounds nice.
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you.
Damn it. Damn
It's
it.
been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
This is the mastermind? She's the real Junko Enoshima.
Looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Your face.
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
No, I do remember seeing it. Maybe before. It was definitely.
I got it!
Yeah, looking it up,
That's
of course.
right. It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover. And you were on it.
Oh, you did say to the original that like her face was different.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
Her voice
So
is
I was
horrible. It's like
right.
really monotone.
Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began.
Yeah.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same, because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
Twins?
Oh.
I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship.
Also, point of advice, if you're pointing out the cliche you're using in a story by saying that it's a cliche by the character, it's still cliche.
The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima! And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
This is better.
She's a totally different person now.
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell. I even get fucking bored with myself. But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if!
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
What the
For
fuck?
my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called Mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the three atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away. Which is precisely why I killed her. To meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know?
Jesus. The voice actress for her must have some fun.
If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal. Just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
So, you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
That's not true at all. We were twins. How could I not be sad? That's why it gets me so excited.
Oh
Killing
dear.
my precious sister with my own 2 hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super despair. It just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts!
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
No, I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Don't you mean had that noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow!
I have no words for this. Except for I'm probably going to end this episode right now. Holy. So, Mukuro and Yuko are twin sisters. Mukuro got killed in the beginning. Yuko is still alive and has been Monokuma the entire time. And is the ultimate despair. And we still haven't figured out every secret. We still need to do that. But I guess it's a subject for the next episode. Holy crap. Well, see you guys then. Goodbye.